Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email us Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase pricing and availability questions concerning this watch. So today we're discussing a model that was made in 250 pieces in 2005. Internally, Vacheron celebrated its first quarter millennium, 250 years of continuous business, by gifting 250 male employees. This model right here, women, received a different reference, but this is a special series, Vacheron Constantin Patrimony, reference 91180, and it was given out, as detailed on the case back, to 250 male employees to mark 250 years of the oldest continuously operating Swiss watch manufacturer. So the timepiece is an unusual internal limited edition in rose gold, 40 millimeters in diameter, quite slim, it's 7.4 millimeters thick, and from lug tip to lug tip, 45.3 millimeters with a 20 millimeter spacing between the lugs. This is a very thin watch, a true dress watch in the best tradition of Vacheron. You could see its Holy Trinity bloodlines are clear, easily sliding underneath the cuff, and because the lugs are just about 45 millimeters lug to lug, it actually wears quite compact. You could wear this on a wrist of 14 centimeters circumference, no problem. A lady might even be able to pull this off, even though it was ostensibly the male timepiece. So the watch is substantial given the solid case back. It's just a little bit weightier than if it had a sapphire display, and my wrist 16 centimeters in circumference. The strap, large and medium rectangular scale alligator leather, semi-gloss, dark brown. You can see that there is a sheer cut side lacquered for refinement and a monotone stitch on the bottom calfskin, a brand new Vacheron Constantin factory strap without crimping, without gouging, a buckle. You can see with the little Cornu nomenclature on it. Cornu is actually unrock backwards. So you can see it says unrock. Cornu is the name of the company that made the buckle, and it features Vacheron's Maltese cross logo, which you will also find on the dial and on the crown and on the case back. Now, taking a look at the case, you can see that the lug junction with the case is super sharp. This case was made with welded lug construction. The case, the lugs made separately, lugs inserted into a slot in the case, welded on, and then the gathered material from the weld removed with a file to create this super sharp break. So artisanal case making at its best. We have a little bit of negative tumble home from the bezel all the way down. It curves inward, and you could see that in profile it is very slim. The bezel is almost completely flat right here, and the profile of the sapphire likewise almost completely flat. Now the watch is polished in every facet except the reverse, where it has a vertical satination, which I quite like. On the dial side, we have what Vacheron describes as an opaline black, so a matte finish, not a sunburst. We have little sub-seconds. We have baton-style hands and stick indices that are doubled at the quarters, 3, 6, 9, 12. And then you can see up at the top, 1755 to 2005, just to let you know what 250 year span specifically we are celebrating. Now, taking a look at the watch, you can see that it is a solid case back, but what's underneath is surprising. You might have thought maybe it's a Vacheron 1003, maybe it's the Vacheron 1400, but in fact it's Vacheron's 1017 movement, which is a adaptation of the 000R Reverso caliber 822. So it's got a rectangular manual wind movement that is thin and helps the watch to be very slim, but it's unusual to have a relatively large round watch with a relatively small rectangular movement. All the same, manual wind, 3 Hertz, 21 joules, 45-hour power reserve, and JLC movement is high horology. Many Vacheron watches from the 19th century to the present powered by Lecoultre and later Jaeger-LeCoultre movements, so it makes a lot of sense. So the 45-hour power reserve means you will wind it on a daily basis, and this watch has one of the best winding click sound and feel combinations I have ever encountered, so it's quite gratifying to use. If you love this watch, 30 meters water resistant, so don't take it swimming, but reach out to me, Team Mosso, at the1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.